Okay, so we're in the textbook on page 78, and we're starting with number 1. So the directions for number 1 ask us to do what?
Name the coefficient, the like terms, and constants.
All right, so we're naming the coefficients, the like terms, and the constants. So we got to keep in mind that coefficients, co means with. So coefficients is any number that is attached to a variable by multiplication. So if that's the case, what would our coefficients be in this problem?
3x.
It's not going to be the whole 3x. It's going to be just the what? 3 and what else?
5.
And the 5. So both the 3 and the 5 are coefficients because they are numbers attached to the variable by multiplication, right? Now, we say like terms, we're talking about terms. There's 3 terms in this problem. We're talking about terms that have the same variables, right? So this has an x, this has a y, and this has no variable. So do we have any like terms? No, there are no like terms in this problem. All right? So now we're looking for constants. And what's another name for constants? What are constants? They are just numbers, right? So what are our numbers in this problem?
3, 5, and -3.
Well, which one are constants? Which are always going to stay the same and never change because there's no variable attached to them.
3 and 3. 3.
Just the 3. So this is a constant because there's no variable attached to it. If there's a variable attached to it, it's now called a coefficient, right? So our constant in this problem is a -3. We good on that? All right, let's go to the next problem that we're going to do. The next problem is number 7. What are the directions for number 7?
Use tiles to simplify each expression.
Okay, so in this problem, they asked us to use tiles to simplify each expression. So I want to use tiles. In the book, we have long tiles are called algebra tiles. And the algebra tiles each represent a variable. So if I got, this represents 1x, right? This represents 2. So x plus 2 would be a long tile and 2 yellow tiles, right? So then I have, how many long bars am I going to put now? 3, because this is 3x, right? And then we have 5 singles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is x plus 2 plus 3x plus 5. What am I going to draw next?
The top. Oh, no. Yeah, one top.
A green, long tile. And then what am I going to put for 3? 3 yellows, because these all represent just 1, correct? And what's the last thing I'm going to put? 2 tiles, 2 long tiles. So now, they want us to use the tiles to help simplify. So I got, how many x's do I have up here? If I got 1x, then 3 x's, then 1x, then 2 x's, what do I have total? 7 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7x, right? Now, how many 1's do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what? 10. So this expression is actually 7x plus 10. Does that make sense? But I knew it was going to be 7x plus 10 because we got 1x, 3x's, 1x, 2x's. So x plus 3x plus 1x plus 2x. And then here I got a positive 2, a positive 5, and a positive 3. So positive 2 plus positive 5 plus positive 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So that's 7x. And then 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So even if I use combining like terms, I'm still going to have 7x plus 10. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Let's move on to the next problem, number 11. So what are the directions for number 11?
Simplify each expression.
Simplify. So when we say simplify, remember simplify means no like terms, no parentheses. I don't have any parentheses here, so I don't have to worry about that part. But do I have like terms? Yes. And I know like terms because they are terms with the same variables, right? Same variable, same exponent. So this is 12A. What is this A?
1A.
1A. So if I got 12 A's and 1A, what do I end up with?
13A.
13 A's. Now, I want to talk about what we did the other day, which was factoring, right? Is there a common factor in 12A and 1A? What's the common factor that I see in both those terms? A. So I can actually take the A and pull the A out and make it as 1, which means I'm factoring. And what will that leave me in the parentheses? 12 plus 1. Are you all with me?
Yeah.
So now I got an A. And what's 12 plus 1? 13. So now what's A times 13? 13A. So we still get the same answer. Are you all following?
Yes.
All right, great. So now let's do the next problem. The next one is number 15. What are the instructions for 15?
Same thing. Simplify each expression.
Simplify. So no like terms, no parentheses. What property allows me to move things around and still get the same answer?
No, subtraction. No.
What property?
Distributive.
Distributive takes on the outside. It is what?
Commutative.
Commutative. Excellent. So I want to use the commutative property to put the things that go together, right? So what are the like terms in this problem? The R's. So 2R and positive what? 6R. So I'm going to move things around. So I got a positive 2R, a positive 6R, and a negative 5. So can I combine anything? No? There's nothing I can put together?
You put the 2R plus the R.
I can put the two R's together, right? So I can make it as 1. And what does this become?
8R.
Y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
So then that's going to be what? R times what? 8.
Oh, added it
I did. So then I'm going to have what? 8R minus what? 5. Or I could have just skipped all over this and went straight to 8R, right? Y'all good? All right, good. Next number is 18. Is it the same directions?
No, simplify each expression, justify each step.
All right, so we're going to simplify each expression, and we're going to justify the steps. So when we simplify, that means no like terms and no what? Parentheses. So I see a couple of things happen. I see addition, and what else do I see happening right here? What operation is that? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? We are going to distribute because we are. What's the operation in distributive? You are.
Putting.
Am I adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? Multiplying. So I see addition and I see multiplication. Which one am I going to do first?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. So the way I'm going to get rid of these two because they are not like terms is I'm going to distribute this positive 8. So I'm just going to bring this down, negative 3z. And now I'm going to have a positive 8 times what? Z. And then I'm going to have a positive 8 times y. So now I have negative 3z plus 8z plus 8y. Do I have any like terms?
Yes. Oh, no, wait, yeah.
I do. What like terms do I have?
Negative 3z and
Negative 3z and
Positive 8.
positive 8z. That's the same thing as saying 8 minus 3, which is going to give me what?
8 minus
3 negatives and 5 and 8 positives. 5z, right there. 5z plus 8y. Can I combine these two?
No,
No, why not?
because they're no like terms.
They're not like terms. So this is going to be my answer, right? But now it also told me to justify the steps. So let's go back. This was the original problem, right? What did I do on this step? How did I get from here to here? I multiplied, right? What allowed me to multiply? What was that property?
Wait, Prentice.
What allowed me to take that on the outside and multiply by everything on the inside? What is that property that allows me to take what's on the outside
Factoring.
and multiply by everything on the inside? Yes, it's what?
Distributive.
Distributive. I use distributive.
Come on, you say.
I just said I said distributive.
I hear you. So now that I have distributive, right? What brought me to this place? What did I do? How did I get 8z and 8y?
Because you multiplied the 8 by that z.
Excellent. So my next step was multiplication. Everybody with me?
Yes.
And what was the last thing I did to get 5z?
You did you plus you added them.
I added them, right? I just did addition. Are y'all with me? But that's also called combining like terms, right? I combine like terms. So you can either call this I added, right? Or I combine like terms, which is really simplifying. So I just explained all my steps. First thing I had was the original problem. Then I used distributive property. Then I multiplied. And then the last thing I did was added, which is really simplifying. Everybody got it?
Yes.
Great. Next problem. 21. What's our directions?
The same thing. Simplify each expression.
Simplify each expression. So we are combining like terms, making sure we have no parentheses. So what are my like terms in this problem?
8Z.
8Z and
AZ.
3Z. So can I use commutative property to move them around? 8Z
Yeah.
plus 3Z plus 8Y. Now what?
You're gonna add 8Z and 3Z.
Good, which is going to give me 11Z plus 8Y. Can I combine these two?
No,
No, why not?
because there's no like term.
They are not like terms. So that is going to stay just like that. Everybody good?
Yes.
Great. Next problem. Negative 4 times A plus 3 minus